Good morning. Once again, Mark, thank you for that gift. Mark sent us a canner, a can opener, a fish can opener, and a little bit of some supplements, some B plus supplements. Mark, I'm going to send that to somebody here this week from you. So thank you. Good morning, JC and CCS and Katie. Katie, you're early. Shining early. Humboya. Good morning, eggs. Laura. Laura, I think you're divine. Good morning, Joe D's. Jesus Christ, I love that guy. Wait a minute. Okay. Okay. What a beautiful day here in, good morning, Herbie Von Werby Kabop. And Derek Anderson, the wrench. Derek, be using that wrench. Matthew, Chicago's a busy town right now. Satter, make me a taco. Satter, please make me a taco. I mean, not me. Let's make tacos that you and I can eat. How's that? There's Kieran. I knew I'd... Man, oh man, I miss Kieran. We texted over the weekend. I said, please. Kieran, Chicago's busy, isn't it? You guys are busy over there. Oh, that was my first sip of tea. Gosh darn, that was good. No, let's do a quesadilla and talk about it. Oh, I get it. Oh, I see where you're going with that one. I get it. Okay, so let me ask a quick question. We're going to get started on a serious note this morning. Wait. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. We're gonna show some emotional support. Mushrooms visiting. Good morning, Kieran. Mars. Excuse me. I'm still suffering a very, very minor cold that doesn't seem to want to go away. So I might have to hang out outside. Isn't it beautiful today, Badgie? Is it as beautiful in your part of town as it is over here? It's gorgeous. Calzone pizza. Good morning, Badgie. So I still don't know if this is real. Right, Badgie? What a beautiful Michigan day. But wait, give it about an hour and we'll have a thunderstorm come through. Okay? Thank you, Marmar. Sandy! The Sandy Sanderson is here this morning. Good morning, Sandman. Love me some Sandman. Help me, you guys. Help, I need help. This was sent to me and I don't know if it's real. Is this real? Okay. 5 people, get on the, please join the Is It For Real committee and tell me what you think. Okay. Is this for real? Oops. Oh, geez, Pops. Okay, how do I make sure my volume's up? Okay, there. Okay. Is this for real?
The world's first dogs to be trained and pass a driving test, with the entire training process taking only 47 days. These dogs are not high-end breeds, but were selected from a shelter, aiming to prove to the world that dogs, regardless of their background, are equally intelligent and lovable. To train them, a specially designed training car was used, equipped with a modified ignition switch, steering wheel, gear lever, brake, and accelerator. Trainers attached a rope to the car to guide the dogs in learning how to operate it. After basic indoor
Serious,
operation
K-Red?
training, these dogs were ready to take the test. The entire test was
I
completed
know.
independently
I
by
agree
the
with
dogs
that.
and was broadcast live on television. To ensure safety, the test vehicles were equipped with speed limiters to prevent the dogs from speeding. Watching them start the car, shift gears, accelerate, turn, and park with such skill, just like seasoned drivers, was truly impressive. This achievement also inspired audiences worldwide. These are the world's first dogs to be trained and pass a driving test, with the entire training process taking only 47 days. These dogs are not high-end breeds, but were selected from a shelter, aiming to prove to the world that dogs, regardless of their background, are equally intelligent and lovable. To train them, a specially designed training car was used, equipped with a modified ignition switch, steering wheel, gear lever, brake, and accelerator. Trainers attached
My
a rope
dog
to the
will
car to
get
guide the
deep.
dogs in learning how to operate it. After basic indoor operation training, these dogs were ready to take the test. The entire test was completed independently by the dogs and was
Fast and
broadcast live on television.
furious.
To ensure safety, the test vehicles were equipped with speed limiters
I don't know,
to prevent the
man.
dogs from
I
speeding.
still don't know if this
Watching
is.
them start the
They're
car,
gagging me.
shift gears, accelerate,
Well, this is,
turn,
they're gagging
and park
us,
with
aren't
such
they?
skill, just like seasoned drivers, was truly impressive.
What's the
This
dog's
achievement
favorite?
also inspired
He's
audiences
driving a Mini
worldwide.
Cooper.
These are the world's first dogs to be trained and pass a driving test,
Oh,
with the entire training process taking
it's got to be a
47
gag.
days. These dogs are not high-end breeds, but were selected from a shelter,
This guy.
aiming to prove to the world that dogs, regardless of their background, are equally intelligent and lovable. To train them, a special
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm was. They're gagging us, aren't they? Where'd they get the budget to do that? Who's funding the research? Niffy, can that be true? I don't know. I really don't know if that's true. I need help. Who's going to be in charge of finding out if that's a gag or real? I need help here. Somebody go find out if that's real or a gag and get back to us. Okay? Only cats can drive, right, Woz? It's a total gag. Everyone knows only cats can drive. That's right. Everyone knows. Okay. Katie, I don't know. Is that a gag? Help me. Somebody gag it up. Go figure it out. It's in New Zealand. How did you guys know it was New Zealand? I'm still dying Woz. Everyone knows only cats can drive. Okay? 3 barks and you're out. Well, they bark instead of honk, maybe. I don't know. Oh, Sarah, I agree. I agree. Especially here in Detroit, we have some crazies. There was a Lord of the Ring in the background. That's how we knew mixed. Okay, I get it. Yeah, they filmed that there, didn't they? God, what a great movie that was. Of course, an even better book. But they did a good job with the movie, staying incredibly accurate to the book. Yeah. Katie has a horse that's learning how to drive right now. Nice, Katie. Okay. I still don't know if that's true or not. I'm waiting to see is Marcus Aurelius here this morning? Is Marcus here? Have we seen Marcus? I need a Marcus Aurelius here this morning. Sometimes known as Beavis and Butthead. Hey, he calls himself that. So don't blame me. Is Marcus here? Doc. My doc, and he's a, you haven't seen him, Hakes? He's an optometrist in Corpus Christi. And what a neat guy. What a neat guy. We'll gossip about him behind his back right now. He, I think he's a white guy like me. We're probably close to the same age. But this guy's gone Rastafarian on us. He's got the coolest dreads. As a beautiful practice office and stuff in Corpus Christi. Has shown me a couple of pictures. He has it decorated. He has like sort of Jamaican tribal themes. Yeah, super neat guy. And it's like Hags. We all come from that same small period of time where even if you weren't, you know, you weren't raised right next to each other, we went through the same stuff culturally. You know what I'm talking about? That's Doc. Marcus Aurelius. I think I'm going to go ahead and share this anyways because it's on my program, and I'll ask Marcus to go back and take a look at it. Dreads kind of freaked me out a long time ago. I used to like, ew. Would you just comb your hair? Would you just cut it? Now it's like I've completely changed my perspective. Like dreads mean you don't care your value is in yourself less than trying to convince me how cool you are. You're just already cool. You're just already cool. And I have to accept it or not. I could fight it if I want, but that's my problem. Okay? So Marcus Aurelius wrote us a letter. Let's take a look at it. We had sent him the emotional support mushroom in a little package. He took some pictures, enjoyed it for a little bit. We just got it back in the mail. And I have another one too that we're going to share tomorrow. Niffy, if you want, you can get me another name to send Honey to. Honey has just made it back from Corpus Christi and her visit to the Gulf Coast, hanging around with the guy with the dreads. So Honey just made it back, safe and sound. Everybody's happy, including Honey. And Honey's waiting. Honey can't wait to go out to the next person on your list. Niffer's keeping a list, and slowly but surely, every single person on that list, rotating down, will receive the emotional support mushroom. We're going to slow down quite a bit on our program here in terms of the giveaways and the showing blatantly stuff for a little while I recoup and make sure that I'm not in trouble with the YouTube staff, and I try to rehabilitate my image at IG. Okay, but we'll still do stuff, and you guys will know what we're doing here. Okay? Emotional support mushrooms. Yeah, I was getting a little bit cocky. I think I was getting a little cocky. And after standing in the corner for a week, somebody called it, it was hilarious. I posted a picture of me as a young boy standing in the corner. Somebody said, that's the reflection pool. Now, is that funny? You put your kid in the corner, stand him up in the corner. Do they do that anymore? Are you allowed to, or do you get in trouble? Can you put a kid on timeout? Timeout's usually you still got to go do something, though. Are you allowed to put a kid in the corner anymore? Sometimes we all need a corner, Dustin. Seriously, it's a very serious question to the young parents. Can you still put a youngster standing in the corner? Or do you get is that abuse? 21st century. I really don't know. I really don't. But I do know that I got put in the corner. And I do know that if in the future, if I ever have to put Brock in the corner for whatever reason, you can, Saturn. I do know that when I have to put Brock in the corner in the future, I'm just going to tell him, I'm putting you in the reflection pool, son. Okay? Queenie says it's totally fine. They looked it up. They have a little 6-year-old that's going on 19. So I'm sure if anybody needs to know how to use a reflection pool, it's going to be them. It's going to be Ava's parents. even though I doubt she ever has to reflect because she's such a good girl. Okay. Let's read this. Reflection pool. Give me 5 people that like that idea, calling it when you have to stand in the corner. I can imagine, Queenie. She's probably as good as can be. Who agrees we call it a collection? From now on, when we make somebody stand in the corner, we say we're sending them to the reflection pool. Okay? Jesus Christ should be in the reflection pool like 3 times a day. Basically, he should just be dunked all the time. Just leave Jesus Christ in the pool. Okay? Okay. Jesus Christ. Okay. Leave him in the pool. Okay. Okay. And I don't mean the Jesus Christ historical one. I mean that guy in Australia. I mean the director of our human relations department. That's who I'm talking about. Let's just to be straight. We're talking about the director of our human resources department. We should just leave him in the pool. Good afternoon, Professor. This is coming from our really good friend down in Corpus Christi. I'm enclosing a 4-year treatment summary for the T-team and thanking you for the support mushroom. This really works, by the way. It's weird. You get this and all of a sudden you feel emotionally supported. It's weird, but it works. Okay? I have been using Stamets stacking 5 days a week now for about 4 years. The dosage of the supplement is somewhere between 0.2 of a gram to half a gram. It's 200 milligrams to 500 milligrams, depending on symptoms. My life is so much better in so many ways. Depression has decreased markedly. I no longer take any medication for depression after 20 years of Prozac and others. Wow. Okay. My mind is so much sharper, and abilities to stay focused and learn new activities is phenomenal. We're about the same age. We're experiencing the same stuff out there, Doc. I am practicing my profession at the highest level of my entire career. Intrusive thoughts are gone now where they used to torment me. The bad days that still occur, because we're human, are nothing like when I would be in a very dark place for long periods of time. I have achieved much more happiness. These are very transparent letters. I want you guys to understand what we're telling each other, what we share with each other here. And the reason that he did this is so it could be understood and heard by all of us. I drank alcohol for 3/4 of my life. I now have gotten away from alcohol. No more hangovers, no more drinking episodes. My life has changed in so many ways, in so many beautiful directions. Thank you, Professor, for your help. He calls me Professor. I am forever thankful and grateful. And he's forever my friend. He's one of those guys that's going to be my friends till the day we die. Even if we never meet in person, which we probably will. Doc and I have been hanging out. I call him Doc. He calls me Professor. And we've been hanging out for 3 years or more. A lot like Key Rin here. Don't have to be there all the time to know that each other are there. And I really, 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 really like this guy. And he's really, 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 really smart. So it fits right in with us. Let me show you a couple of pictures. It's a beautiful letter. There's a lot of transparency in this stuff, you guys. Just stand up and say, hey, man, I used to do this, that, and the other. This is what it used to be like. This is what it's like now. And it's getting better because I'm practicing. Because I practice at it. It's getting better. It's getting better because emotional mushrooms are coming into my house. There's his Beavis and Butthead. I would not be surprised if this is his office. Okay? This might be a picture taken at his office. He has like some really cool office decorations. Like this is the kind of optometrist I wouldn't be afraid to go to. Okay? That's definitely from his office. So, the mushrooms have gone all the way back to Africa. Okay, back to Africa. Okay, Niffy. There we are. We're all over Africa. Yeah, this is neat. That's a neat thing. This one he's out in nature. This one he took a walk among the leaves. This is honey. Honey, the emotional support mushroom. Honey is here to love everyone and everything. Honey's mission is to spread positive energy. Okay? There's honey hanging out with a dinosaur. Because I think maybe dinosaurs ate mushrooms back in the day. Right? I don't know, it says Go Dog on there. This is great pictures, Marcus. Great pictures. Now I saved the best for last. You guys ready? Get ready to say, "Aw, how cute." Aw, how cute. That's Marcus when he's a kid. That's when he was getting programmed. That's when he was getting his first programs. Maybe losing a tooth here or there. I love this picture right here. So give me 5 people. You're already doing it. Give me 5 people that are thanking Marcus for sharing both the pictures, part of his life, and that beautiful letter. Give me 5 people. And then you guys are getting in line for your emotional mushroom, support mushroom. Make sure that you reach out to Niffer Mama, and get your name on the list so we can send you. So far, we've sent out 7 or 8 packages on the emotional support mushroom, and they're on their way back. I have another one to share with you tomorrow that just got back. Came back this weekend. So we have 2 to 3 more to go out this week, and we are going to do that. In the meantime, let me cover a couple of things. Business is mushrooms, psychedelics. Are they becoming big business now? Are we getting past the cottage industry where it's just wear masks and we grow them in our basement? Are we reaching different levels now? It's levels that scare me, but I'm also looking forward to because I want legal opportunities to use psilocybin as therapy. And in order to do that, There's got to be money behind it. It's the way of human planetary occupation. Now, we can have this ethical opportunity to do it correctly, but the money's coming. In some cases, I'll argue, the money's already there. How about this one? There's groups out there now. You know what? Mutual funds and investors and things like that, they're sitting around on piles of cash. Piles of it. Say I got $500 million in my fund. My job is to grow the fund. I need it to be, by the end of the year, more than 500 million in my pile, not less. So one of the ways we do that as a $500 million fund guy is we look around for opportunities to grow. So we make investments after careful analysis of all of the data available on the market. We even have analysts work for us that sit around and they read and they engross themselves in all of the data available on these topics, and they make analytical decisions. Usually they can even take some of that data and put it in algorithms that have been made, and then they push a button and they say, yep, this would be a good idea to invest in, or boop, no, we wouldn't. I'll give you an example of an analyst. I'll give you an example. Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett, you would think at this point, as rich as he is and as big as Berkshire Hathaway is, that it would be okay to take a break. He still lives in the same house that he lived in. He's driven in by the same driver in the same old half limousines, half a Lincoln Continental something, in the back seat of the car. He says, the only reason I have a driver is because that's an extra hour I get to read. He sits in the back seat of the car and he's ingesting data. How much do you read, Warren? I'm down to about 16 hours a day. 16 hours a day. He's in his almost 90s. And he's still filling himself with data. He's a human walking computer determining, in order for me to make the best investments for my business and the people that I'm responsible to, my shareholders, I have to have the most data available. How much data do we have? Are you guys out there? Are you guys investigating? Are you looking at what the opportunities are? Are you looking at ways to... Mizzou, I don't even think that he cares about making money anymore. I just think he cares about making good, sound decisions. I really do. He's more proud of just making the decision. If it made him money, great. And it will. We need to learn more. We need to know more about what's happening. I tell you guys that all the time. I'm glad to hear that enter name. There's, how about Zuckerberg, Mark Zuckerberg? He's worth a lot of money, right? Do you think he invests? Do you think he takes some of the money that he has, that he's making from Meta, and that he's investing it anywhere? How many people, or is he just, oh, that's good? That wasn't a rhetorical question. What do you think? Do you think he tickles around and puts money into different things besides his own businesses? Mark would say if he doesn't, he's a fool. Brian says, of course he does. Well, I'm saying of course he does. Okay? He's an example. Let me ask you another real quick question. Do you think before Zuckerberg takes $15 million of whatever, do you think he gets a little bit of data before he puts it in? Do you think he gets a little bit of data before he drops $15 million in somebody's bucket? Or is it just say, oh, 15 here, 20 there, 5 here, a 3 there? I would say, yeah. I also know this for a fact because I know people that work for him. High level, one guy. Mid-level. They're microdosing like maniacs in the Silicon Valley. In a good way. It's really where the hotbed is, in the Silicon Valley. Because it increases their ability to focus and work harder. The rats go around the wheel faster. Zuckerberg's sitting up in the top of the deals going, you know, the rats that take that versus the rats that take placebo, they work harder. He's figured it out from empirical evidence in his own company. More creativity, more focus, more togetherness, more community, a little less selfishness. The brilliant minds, the people that really have a lot of money right now, sharp guys, making good investments, making sure that they have the data first. Guess what they're starting to do right now? Guess what they're starting to do? They're starting to invest in psilocybin research. They're starting to invest in companies that are doing it. I know I'm not here to talk about their ethical reasons. They want a return on their $15 million. I want more people to get healthy. But either way, Quantum Research Group survey reports investors are going crazy about psychedelic stocks. There's companies starting up out there right now offering startup stock to people like you and me, and Zuckerberg and his friends. A new survey conducted by, are you guys interested in this? Can I tell you just a little bit more about this? I feel like I sort of have this, it's one of the things I like to bring to the table at tea, is to a little current eventishness. A couple of times a week, let's make sure. I know all of you don't have the same amount of time to look into all of this that I do. But I'm also like, I practice 10% of my day is research. 10% of my day is looking forward, looking around, looking at what's available, right now I haven't grown my business at all. I'm like at a non-growth stage, so you know what I'm doing? I'm modeling. I'm sort of like in this standstill and my brain's so busy and so creative that I'm pulling out foam board, rocks and glue from my yard, maybe a cigarette butt or two, and creating stuff. Meanwhile, over at the grow house, stuff's being created. I can't stop. I can't stop, Wazzy, I can't turn it off. And I'm happy. I'm happy that way. I also know that I have to spend 10%. I have to spend 10% of my time learning about what's going on in my industry. A new survey conducted by Quantum Research Group, LLC, finds that 66% of psychedelic-friendly investors plan to boost their investments in the sector over the next 12 months. 66% of the big shots, the smarty pantsers, the people already in the game, in the sector, plan on boosting in the next year. I guarantee you that's not based off of some emotional response. I just feel like it. I guarantee you there's a lot of Warren Buffett background investigation going on and saying, is this sector growing? Should I put more money in it in the next year? That's a huge percentage of already invested people that plan on increasing their investment. Psychedelic friendly, isn't that amazing? I mean, that alone tells you the direction of where we're going. The money guys, the people that are, and when I say the money guys, I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about they have the ability to analyze, to spend the money, to get the data, to analyze, is this really the direction the American public wants to go? Is this the direction our legislation's going to be in? They're out there talking to the legislators. They're out looking, they're 3, 4, 5 years in advance making these investment decisions. Nobody's investing money in something they're going, and we know that in the next 5 years it's still going to be illegal. That'd be a dumb investment. 66% of them are saying, no, it's going to, well, let's go. Psychedelic friendly investors include those who either have already invested in psychedelic stocks or those considering investing in them in the future. The survey found that 2/3 of investors interested in psychedelic stocks are planning to increase their investments in the space over the next year. The psychedelic market, they're even measuring it. Just like we can tell you what the oil market is. We have a psychedelic market that they can measure economically. The psychedelic market was estimated to be worth around $2.7 billion in 2024. That's not a lot. When you look at it, $2.4 billion this year. That's what the investment market is. That's how much money's in it right now, quote unquote. It's expected, these are the guys doing the research, these are the guys looking at the growth of the psychedelic market. Should we invest more in it or shouldn't we? It's expected that by the year 2031, the estimated worth will surpass $7.35 billion. It's 3 times the amount in the next 5 to 6 years. The market will grow 3 times the amount. The strongest draw for the psychedelic-friendly investors to stocks is the space because it has growth potential. 73% cite this as the factor for their top reason for their interest in this space. Second place came the expected potential for high financial returns on psychedelic stocks. As much as 70% of the investors are saying there's going to be very large returns. I buy now, buy low, sell high. I buy now. Imagine what it's going to be worth in 5 years. I buy into a market that's worth $2.7 billion right now, and in 5 years it's going to be worth $7.35 billion. Roughly speaking, my investment just matured by 300%. "67% of psychedelic-friendly investors believe the advancements in psychedelic research will positively impact the pharmaceutical industry as a whole. 57% are optimistic about potential market shares and the sales growth in the psychedelic sector. The only way to build patient, provider, payer, and investor confidence in the potential of psychedelics is to devote substantial resources to studying and reporting on its safety and efficacy, said Joel Latham, president and CEO of Incanex. There remains tremendous unmet treatment needs in mental health, which is why we are committed to advancing our psilocybin research program towards commercialization in the United States and beyond. A little more information in there. It's kind of dry and technical, but I'm excited. I just want to say that, obviously, I'm excited. I'm also, filled with a little trepidation because nobody likes to see a big pharma approach to this. We can watch it. What I'm excited about is I know that if these guys are putting their money where their mouth is, that the legalization's coming. And then we get to do what we get to do. That's where we're going to slip in. We're never going to be the big pharma guy. We don't want to be. But we're going to be the guy right underneath there that's serving, and doing this thing with a whole lot less risk than we have right now. That's pretty interesting stuff. Give me 5 people that were interested by that. Give me 5 people that were a little interested with what I just shared. I want to go to one more thing. Very, very interesting. You guys are now like financial wizards too. I'll tell you about the psychedelic growth sector and the potential upcoming market. Wait a minute. Don't you just microdose? No, I spend 10% of my time learning other things. Okay? The other day I was bragging about Colorado. And this it kind of goes hand in hand here. Colorado is starting to push past Oregon in terms of some of the stuff that they're doing with their legalization of psilocybin use. I'm really, and we have some friends here that live in that area. This is Boulder City right here that we're going to talk about, but they live in the greater Denver metropolitan area, and they're doing work, grassroots work. These are friends of ours here. Nerd Nature and Deborah Pearl and 5280 all day and Kim and Mike when they get up there and others, holding seminars once a month, teaching people how to grow, not charging, bringing more information to their community. Who else? Or they don't live in the area. Exactly, Kim. I mean, you guys drive up. Boulder City's council on Thursday evening, this is just 2 weeks ago, signaled its approval for broad zoning and licensing guidelines for regulating natural medicines, including psychedelic mushrooms, at the local level. Psilocybin and psilocin, which are found in psychedelic mushrooms, are 2 of the 5 substances that became legal in Colorado when voters approved Proposition 122 in November 2022. The other 3 substances are plant-based psychedelics: DMT, ibogaine, and mescaline. In addition, in 2023, there's a state Senate bill that modified the original law and set up a regulatory framework for natural medicine business and products. On the federal level, psilocybin remains an illegal Schedule I substance under the Controlled Substance Act. In Colorado, all 5 psychedelics are legal for personal use, but adults 21 and older are expected to be able to use psilocybin and psilocin at licensed facilities and under supervision. DMT, ibogaine, and mescaline are slated to be allowed for supervised use in facilities starting no later than 2026. United States law, local governments can regulate natural medicine businesses, which include natural medicine healing centers, cultivation and testing facilities, and product manufacturers. But, this is a law, but they cannot ban them or create unreasonable regulations, according to this bill. Boulder and other communities have until January 1st, 2025 to firm up their regulations before the state begins issuing natural medicine licenses. There are also specific statewide rules being made that are expected to be adopted in the coming weeks. The state rule process wrapped up on July 25th, and those rules are expected to cover areas such as the fees, the applications, licensing, sanitation, safety, and record keeping. Many Colorado communities are waiting to see what those rules will be before they decide on their own local regulations. Their own local regulations will override these recommendations. Currently, Boulder staffers are studying how the city should approach zoning and licensing, for natural medicine businesses. It goes on to give a little more information. That's out of the Boulder City, Colorado Hometown Weekly. I heard the word regulations in there a lot. I'm not going to argue with that. I just want it to get going. We'll work it all out. A lot of light at the end of that tunnel, right, Brian? And Colorado has learned from Oregon, some of the don't do's, that Oregon's hasn't really practiced recovery from yet. And I don't want to get political, so I'm not going to get into that right now. But at the end of the day, we're seeing, my whole message for us this morning is this. We're seeing the global financial world is starting to look at psychedelic therapies as an incredibly worthwhile investment platform. That alone speaks all you need to speak, because the money will move the laws. The money will move the laws. So we're getting there. Give me 5 people that are happy to know we're getting there. We're on our way. This week, I promise that we're going to get started with the 4 agreements. Okay? It's going to start out with some explanations. The future, we are on our way. We're on our way, and a lot of it has to do with people like you and me down here at this ground roots level have been pushing it, and the investors up there in their little ivory tower looking down on the little ants and going, hey, the ants kind of like this. Hey, hey, this is working. We're reading from the 4 agreements. We're just getting started together. So I'm going to start quite literally on page 1. It'll take a few minutes to get into the first rule. But this is Don Carlo. Why did I say that? Don Miguel Ruiz, Don Miguel Ruiz, the author, gives us a little background to work with. And why it's worth going through this background is because he'll reference it at other places during his writing. Okay? So I'm going to just read. I'm on page 1. We're going to do this for about 7 to 10 minutes, maybe a little bit more, especially if I get carried away. And right before we go, I'm going to give away a book. I have a 4 Agreements book that I'd like to send to one of you with a little supplement package. And I want whoever is interested in this series that we're going to go through together, but doesn't have the book yet, but truly would follow along if they got the book as a gift, then participate in the little giveaway we're going to do. If you already have the book, or you don't feel like, I don't think I'll actually follow along, let me make sure somebody that would gets it. Okay? So we're going to give away a couple of books this week, follow along books. And you know who you are. Okay? Domestication and the Dream of a Planet. What you are seeing and hearing right now is nothing but a dream. You are dreaming right now in this moment. You are dreaming with your brain awake. Dreaming is the main function of the mind. The mind dreams 24 hours a day. And it also dreams when the brain is asleep. The difference is that when the brain is awake, there is a natural frame that makes us perceive things in a linear way. When we go to sleep, we don't have that frame. And the dream has the tendency to change constantly. Humans are dreaming all the time. Before we were born, the humans before us created a big outside dream that we will call society's dream, our culture, or the dream of the planet. The dream of the planet is the collective dream of billions of smaller personal dreams, which together create a dream of a family, a dream of a community, a dream of a city, a dream of a country, and finally a dream of the whole humanity. The dream of the planet includes all of society's rules, its beliefs, its laws, its religions, its different cultures, languages, and ways to be, its governments, its schools, its social events, its holidays. We are born with the capacity to learn how to dream. And the humans who lived before us teach us how to dream the way society dreams. The outside dream has so many rules that when a new human is born, we hook the child's attention and we introduce those rules into his or her mind. Hey, little baby, we're going to get you started right now. The outside dream uses mom and dad, the schools, and religion to teach us how to dream. Attention is the ability we have to discriminate and to focus only on what we want to perceive. Attention's our ability to focus on what we want to perceive. Okay? We can perceive millions of things simultaneously, but using our attention, we can hold whatever we want to perceive in the foreground of our mind. Reminds me of when I went to buy a truck a few years ago. I had thought about truck forever. All of a sudden, everywhere I see the truck I want to buy. There goes that white, perfect, there it is. My brain, it would see the same truck 100 times a day. But as soon as my attention was on, man, I want to buy one of those trucks, you see it everywhere. My brain was focused. Attention was on what it chose to perceive. And it was subconscious. I didn't even know it. We do that all the time. In so many, 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 many ways. So our attention is based off of what we choose to perceive, often subconsciously, but we're choosing it. The adults around us hooked our attention, and they put information into our minds through repetition. That's how I learned the multiplication table. Say it over and over and over and over and over. It's called learning by rote. By continuing to say the same thing over and over, boop, and it gets embedded. Look both ways before you cross the street. Look both ways before you cross. I don't think they didn't say that till I was like 14 years old. Up until then, no matter what, before I crossed the street, I'd hear a voice, my mom's or my dad's, look both ways before you cross the street. That was a good one. That was a good hook my attention. It saved me, kept me from getting hit by a car. But I learned to look both ways before crossing the street because I was told it so often. There's a whole lot more programs that I learned because I was told so often by the people that were in charge of programming my dream. The adults around us hooked our attention, and they put information into our minds through repetition. That is the way we learned everything we knew. By using our attention, we learned a whole new reality, a whole dream. Is Doc here this morning? Did we just see Doc? Doc, go back and watch the beginning part of the show. We bragged about you and talked about you like you were the next amazing guy. Go listen. By using our attention, we learned a whole new reality, a whole dream. We learned how to behave in society. That was one of them. One of the ways we behave, we look both ways before we cross the street. We learned what to believe and what not to believe, especially depending on what circle you grew up in. If you grew up in the Catholic circle, that's what you believed. You grew up in a Buddhist circle, that's what you believed. You grew up in a Mormon circle, well, Joseph Smith was quite the guy. We learned what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. We learned what's good and what's bad. We learned what's right and what's wrong. This is according to the dream of the world and the circle that we live in. Some tribes, it's okay to eat each other or eat the vanquished enemy. They were taught in that dream of their world, hey, it's okay. Matter of fact, that's what we look forward to. It's delicacy. It was all there. All the knowledge, all the rules, all the concepts about how to behave in the world. Each circle you grow up in taught you everything you needed to know to live very comfortably in that circle. You just follow these rules. My brother, I love my brother. He's a few years older than me. He's still in the same circle we grew up in. Same exact one, same box. He's so comfortable there, and he's beautiful there. He helps build the box, makes the box prettier for everybody around him, donates, gives time, gives awareness. Great, 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 great. Ethically, morally. But he's living in the same exact box. Same exact one. Pops, like I bounced from box to box to box to box to box. Now if you even say the word box, don't put me near a box. No circles. But that doesn't make me better. It's just, I have a different dream. I don't necessarily dream the dream of the world anymore. When you were in school, you sat in a little chair and they put your attention on what the teacher was teaching you. When you went to church, you put your attention on what the priest or the minister was telling you. It's the same dynamic with mom and dad and brothers and sisters. They were all trying to hook your attention. We also learned to hook the attention of other humans. And we developed a need for attention, which can become very competitive. Starts out like sibling rivalry. Children compete for the attention of their parents. That's why the middle kids always got a little bit of an issue. The older kid gets the first attention, younger kid gets the baby attention, middle kid sitting there going, oh. There's some reality in there. The middle kid's looking for attention. Give me some of the outside, give me some of that. They're getting plenty of attention too. But boy, do all the kids need attention, don't they? Do any of your kids need attention? Do you know, my kid, grown man, still needs my attention. I have to watch what kind of attention I give him. It used to be I would force the dream of the world down his throat. Force the dream of the world down his throat, starting with you better get an A. Starting with Sunday church. Forcing it. Now, the attention that I give him is, boy, you're doing a really good job on Mondays on that show. Boy, you're really growing a group of friends. It's a different kind of attention. We were all trying to hook our attention. They were all trying to hook it. We also learned how to hook attention of other human beings, and we developed a need for attention, which can become competitive. Children compete for the attention of their parents, for the attention of their teachers, for the attention of their friends. Look at me. Look here. Look what I'm doing. Hey, I'm here. I can swing higher than you. The need for attention becomes very strong, and it continues into adulthood. The outside dream hooks our attention and teaches us what to believe, beginning with the language we speak. I always think of the outside world, a lot of it is on billboards. The dreams that we're supposed to be dreaming, it's on billboards. We drive by them every day. That's it. Being told every day. Hooking my attention. I can't stop looking at that hot chick holding a bottle of Tanqueray. I gotta go get one. I gotta stop at a liquor store now. Language is the code for understanding and communicating between humans. Every letter, every word that we use is an agreement. That's actually very hard. National Debate Society, first thing we did, you have to define your terms. So when I'm talking about a couch, I'm talking about a green one that has cat scratches on it and a bunch of fluffy stuff's coming out the back of it. That's what my couch looks like. You're talking about a couch that's a white leather couch with a glass high-rise background, and your couch is a little different than mine. So when we're talking couch, You're thinking your couch, I'm thinking my couch. If we really want to be good communicators, we agree to which couch are we talking about, your couch or mine? Should we just go get a generic picture of a couch and agree that's the couch we'll talk about? Gets very complicated. But there's agreements that we use. You know what we've agreed relative to the couch? We're not talking about the same couch, but we're talking about couches. Clearly, I don't know what your couch looks like. You don't know what mine looks like. But we'll talk about couches in general. Language. Every letter, every word in each language is an agreement. That's why I go back to, I think we should just have one language on the planet. What's with this 7,000 different languages? Knock it off. You're just giving us opportunities to be separated and different and have problems. Can't we all just speak the same language? When I'm God, like officially, not only will I be able to pay for the light bill, but I'm going to also turn all the languages off except for one. I don't know which one yet, but we'll all learn one. Unfortunately, it's probably going to be Mandarin, because I think they already have a head start on us. Every language is an agreement. We call this a page in a book. The word page is an agreement that we understand. Page. Once we understand the code, our attention is hooked and the energy is transferred from one person to another. Now we can really talk about couches. It was not your choice to speak English. You didn't choose your religion either. You didn't even choose your moral values. They were already there before you were born. We never had an opportunity to choose what we believe or what we didn't believe. We never even chose the smallest of these agreements. We didn't even get to choose our own names. We came into the world with an agreement that we didn't even get to be involved in. Said, we're all agreeing to call you Karen. You didn't even get to be involved in that decision. You grew up with the name Karen. That's it. As children, we didn't have the opportunity to choose our beliefs, but we agreed with the information. Oh, I'm Karen? Okay. All right, I guess I'm Karen. I don't know why I'm using Karen. Maybe because I don't see one here flashing before me. We agreed with this information, and we agreed with whatever was passed to us from the dream of the planet. We even passed it to other humans. Oh yeah, my name is. That agreement that they had about my name, I'm now telling you, so you and I agree that this is our agreement, that this is my name. The outside dream may hook our attention, but if we don't agree, we don't store the information. As soon as we agree, we believe it. If I don't agree that that's your name, then I just call him the guy with the red hair. Red, that's Red. No, my name's Eric. Yeah, okay, Red. But if I agreed with you that your name's Eric, I now have faith. I now have faith that your name is Eric. Wherever it came from, wherever your agreement came from, I'm in agreement with it. I believe it unconditionally. That's faith. That's how we learn it as children. Children believe everything adults say. We agree with them. And our faith is so strong that our belief system starts controlling our whole life. We didn't choose these beliefs, and we may have rebelled against them, but most often we're not strong enough to win the rebellion. The result is a surrender to the beliefs that were in our original agreements. The dream of the world. We'll pick up some more of this. We're on page 6. We'll pick up on page 6 tomorrow and continue to talk about the dream of the world, linear thinking, agreements, set the background for, let's have new agreements. Let's put some of those old ones aside that we found out they aren't the best. They were given to us and we just took them. There's probably better agreements that are more mentally healthy for us. We're going to cover those. It's good stuff, am I right? Give me 5 people who said that's good stuff, and then give me a couple more people that are trying to win this book and a supplement package, and give me a number between 20 and 40. Give me a number between 20 and 40. This book is going to be really good, you guys. I love this book. I've reorganized my way of thinking. Give me a number between 20 and 40. And I want to send you this book and a small package. A little package for the package kids. Okay? Let me see. Has anybody got it? Derek Anderson? It's not chartreuse, but it's close. Dustin 417. Dustin 417. Dustin, you said 38. And by golly, by gum, it's a 38. Dustin! I need you to send me your address at the DetroitMushLab.net. Scroll to the bottom of that website. There's a place to email me. Send me your address, and we'll send you this book along with a little supplement package. Okay? We'll continue to do that the rest of this week. Congratulations, Dustin. I'm glad to see you on that. And are we having a good time here? We're learning together. We have a good laugh. Good. I'm almost cried this morning, Doc. Marcus, we shared your letter, showed your pictures. Go back and take a look at that if you would, my friend. I love you very, very much. Along with the rest of you. Is Jesus Christ still is he still in the pool? We haven't let him out, have we? We haven't let Jesus Christ out of the pool. He should still be in there. All right? Somebody talk to me. Somebody let me know how he's doing. And in the meantime, we'll go see. He's in the reflection pool, am I right? He should still be in the reflection pool. No one said he could get out of the pool yet. All right? Jesus Christ. I can picture it now. In the reflection pool. Okay. Would you guys go have a great morning? Have a great day. Practice. We're going to tell you more about the 4 agreements here. But practice being kind too. If in a world where you can be anything, just be kind. Okay? I didn't hear as much from him today. I feel like he may have actually been reflecting. Okay? I didn't think there may have been some reflection going on there. We're hoping under a new agreement. Homeboy and Shiny and Melissa, good morning. Marcus, stay in the pool. Penny back and Nipper. Jesus Christ. Dunk him. Okay, Sarah, he's really reflective. Katie, Herbie Von Herbs, thank you. Mark and Brian C. and Cleany and Badgie. He's in there using the pool as a pong bucket. Of course he is. Penny and Pacers, thank you. And Homeboy and Mr. Marmars, that's right, do your best. Derek Anderson, Billy D. Pace, Sarah, Joe D's, Beck, hi Bexy, Hello, Dando, Michael Allen, Catzilla, meow. Shiny Dando, Sarah Bear, Brian, Marcus, kindness is, it's not even a secret anymore. We let that cat out of the bag. Kindness is the new agreement. Dill, D. Anderson, Mawaz, Kim, Herbs and Homeboy. Good job, Holmes. Jesus Christ, and Marky Z, and Nerdy, and Melody Dawn. It's not even nighttime yet. It's Melody Dawn. Saturn, Nipper, Wolf, Leroy, coaching them. Brian C, Joe D's, Pagey Page, Mark, and Pilar, and Melissa G. That's sweet of you guys. Michael Brown and Jimmy, all the way to the max. Edward, you've been so kind to me. You're enormous. Summer Wheat, Mr. Phillips, Mr. Marmars, Kim, Wilson, Homeboy, Pacers, Skip Trippendale. Yeah, sounds like someone's having a good time. I'm skipping Trippendale. Okay, I'm having a ball. Jesus Christ, Satter, Betsy, Higgs, love you, big guy. Melody, Jesus Christ, Derek, and D. Jackson, Wilson, Mr. Marmars, Wilson, was he bobbing for melons? What? Jesus Christ, get out of the pool. Okay, you're turning into a wrinkled prune. Michael Sean T. Anderson, Wazzy, Titan Brew, just found you. Love you. Get out of here. Go have a beautiful day. I'll see you guys here, same time, same much channel, same everything. Practice?